Hello and welcome back, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Factorio, a rocket per patron. I've taken some time, a little bit, between episodes here to just look around. Added this, basically. Realized that the fluoric wastewater, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the water that I did over there, over here, and I just need to get some water over here. But then I realized if I just take the damn fluoric wastewater, run it through a hydroplant Mark II, this thing's going to generate 14 purified water per second, with a byproduct of fluorite ore, which I don't really need. We can water void the mineralized water for a second, for now. And that provides 14 purified water per second. These guys need 15, so it's pretty darn close. We'll just turn this into the purified water to run these for now. When the fluoric wastewater runs out, it'll shut down, but whatever. It's a solution for now. Hopefully by then we have robots. I just took the time to go around and clean up belts a little bit, picked up a few things, didn't worry about the ones that the robots are supposed to work on. But, yeah, just you know, where possible, trying to make things look a little bit more prim and proper. I would much prefer for the factory to look nice. I mean, it never will, but it would be cool if it did. Okay, so the goal for this episode, then, is we're gonna do the naphtha, and, question is, do we take it up there, or bring that other stuff down here? And if we do bring it down or up, how are we gonna move it around? I'm thinking that this thick, heavy fluid is going to travel real well in copper pipes, so we're going to meet them halfway, perhaps. Can we do that? I mean, this area's kind of been commandeered. I could just, like, do it up here and let's just do that. Let's just do that. We're going to make it work. It's gonna work. There's an naphtha feed. Done. Sold. Okay. The type of machine we need chemical plants. Chemical plants require iron. Iron is flowing again, believe it or not. Well, it was a second ago, and then I ran out, apparently. Iron and steel. Look at that, the steel thing was full. Can you believe it? I know I can't. Okay, polyethylene. Looks like we're good. Let's not worry about making more of these. I mean, if that whole belt is full, I highly doubt we're ever gonna run out of this stuff. And actually, that is a sizable amount of resources spent on stuff that's sitting in a belt, and these are not cheap. This rutile and cobaltite could be used for other things. Cobaltite's a type of armor too. I want to make cobalt steel armor. I don't think so. Hey look, worker robot speed was actually getting some progress. Yay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send a wire condition down. I want to try to make this thing a little bit smarter. I'm gonna make some more wire. And it's been a long time since I made any insulated wire. Rubber. Resin, it's just wood. That's right. That's right, you cook the wood. Electric furnace. Cook the wood. No? You need to turn it into resin first, dummy. Turn it into resin and then cook it. Take the rubber, make wire. The only drawback here is that I'm using inserters. I'm sorry, I'm using these guys, the loaders. A little bit of a power issue. Seems to happen on occasion. But we're about to solve that with the plastics. We're going to grab our rubber. Make some more this, if I can. And they have too much stuff. Okay, so we're going to wire up that piece there to this big guy over to here. Your enabled condition is going to be what? Let's assume I'm all the way down there. I'm going to tie it to the fluid. We'll say that the thing that it's being used in is this polyethylene. So the ethylene supply needs to be above 100. Ethylene. Not polyethylene, ethylene gas. Ethylene needs to be greater than 100, otherwise don't let this stuff go through. So we'll bleed off all of the supply that's on the belt. And then let's connect this wire all the way over there. I suppose just to this whole thing, sending the whole signal over, so as long as the chests that contain the poly... Holy crap, there's tons of propane. Damn it. It's the ethylene. Ethylene. It's wired up. Ethylene is the... I can see that it's wired up, but I'm not seeing the signal. Black on the left, 2 little white dashes. 2.3K. That's going to be this one. Apparently I have too much residual gas. Now it's showing. Hold on. I could swear that that 50 wasn't on there before. That's the ethylene. Okay, so we have 75 ethylene. So if that gets sent back, then he should be active. And we can see the little green dot there. So he's active. If there's no ethylene, don't make this stuff because that's silly. We could also have wired it to the belt to say, like, if there's stuff here, that might actually be smarter. Yeah, I'm gonna... carry that red wire... Read belt contents. Hold. So now we have a signal of 8. So instead, let's just say if there's more than 4 of that on the belt, then don't work. That way we don't have all this belt storage of expensive stuff. So that was a catalytic. Blue metal catalyst. If... What? Excuse me, I'm busy. Blue metal catalyst is less than 4. So he should be red now, and he is. So just don't load this whole belt up with this expensive catalytic stuff. We're going to continue to use the belts because it makes sense, but I see no real reason to not tap the stereotype at this point. Should have been doing this a while ago. Not to mention it's an infinite supply. Little bastards filled my inventory up. Okay, we'll bring you guys down here together. And we got a new steer-type feed, but that's not what we're here for. This thing's still got some regular Jivolite. These guys are mostly touching the actual, like, permanent supply. So Jivolite is where a lot of iron comes from. This is probably part of the reason why we have no supply. For now, let's do this. We're going to upgrade it. I need to go get the damn plastic going so that I have more batteries so that I can make more stuff and things. We'll do 6. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there goes all the power. Well, but of course. Okay, that's project number 2. Project number 1 right now is get this polyethylene down to where I said I was going to do the naphtha, which was like here. Oh gosh, it's such a long way. Ugh. I have all this steel on me. I'm probably going to regret this. Fill poly... What? Why is it showing... Oh, the recipe looks weird, but I think it's fine. Eventually, the robots will rule the world. This is not going to be a permanent thing, I swear. It's totally going to be fine. Just you wait. Give me all the polyethylene you have. We've got... how much? Looks like about 6K. Let's call it 6,000 divided by 25 per barrel. That's 240 barrels. I just gave them more than enough for that. So we'll get this all barreled up real quick. Just gonna go make a bunch of plastic. While that's doing that, let's do this. We're gonna bring this steertite down using this previous Jivolite line. And wherever the Jivolite... it's probably filtered already, but I just want to run down the line to make sure that it's not being stupid, because the old steertite deposit did dry up. And I need this steertite. What is that? That is the metal catalyst carriers coming back. This is where apparently it merged down into one line. That's not going to work, because it's 2 lines, 2 separate resources now. Okay, so the Javolite's on the top. Let's bleed through all that backlog. We'll keep that fast section of belt just because it's going along ground. Going underground a long distance right now, which is useful. This got sped up because it was merging 2 lines, so there is some value in having that. The Javolite can now move over by 1, which comes down to here. So it's no longer splitting there. This becomes the split point to merge these 2 lines. This is now the Javolite feed, which gives me room for the new Stereotype feed, which we can connect to there. Okay, so you guys are still merged because, I don't know, I have some sort of a filter that's doing sorting down there that way. Javolite's certainly not high enough throughput right now to require this red belt. I still am low on iron, so I kind of need that back. This, I think, is steel, when there's actually iron in the base. Steer tight. Same thing as slow down the Javolite feed, because it doesn't need to be fast. We'll repurpose that red belt elsewhere. That can go down to regular underground belt. There's a Javolite in. And then the Stereotype used to feed in that machine. There's the Stereotype crushing. So we will take the Stereotypes down and over. Okay, new Stereotype line, done. Let's go back. Polyethylene should be all barreled up. Let's get rid of the bits of iron and stuff if I can. I feel like these machines are continuing to get backed up. Too much is probably being trying to force through one thing. Is the main issue, I think. This thing has got copper. There's space in it. The issue is there's just too much of this? This can't be supported by the line, or what? I'm not sure, but a huge supply of iron ore just got routed through. Get the plastic, make the batteries. Don't be silly. Low yield bobmonium deposit. That is the propane, which we could also use to make plastic, but is there a more efficient use of propane now that we have plastic too? I forget. I mean, we're doing... The recipe I'm going to end up using is plastic 2, polyethylene, and naphtha. I could still do regular plastic, right? There's like... I don't know. I don't know enough about the late game. Is there anything I'm going to want all this propane for? Maybe it's gonna end up used in another recipe and I'm gonna wish that I had it. I don't really quite know. Of course I don't have room for this. I need a car. Any cars up here? Nearest car I drove by or walked by. It's the gun car. Okay, don't need that many bullets, I think. Don't need any bullets, really. Don't need the walls. Let me have this storage capacity. We should be able to pick up polyethylene, go get that thing done. Can't wait till the day where I have trains and stuff. That'll be fun. Someday. You know where it all begins is with the robot revolution, which needs to continue. There was a time where I thought I was actually going to be able to go straight to Mark II robots, and then I just completely ran out of iron, steel, copper, plastic, power. There's a number of things. They all happened at once. Okay, we are to where the naphtha was. Done. We'll grab our barreling things. We will create some storage stuff for the polyethylene over here. We will unload it. One, two, three. Poly. Unload polyethylene gas barrels. Okay, we've teleported it all down here. Fantastic. Next, regular chemical plants. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. Polyethylene catalytic. Nope, that's the wrong one. It's just plastic bar 2. Naphtha and polyethylene gas. Happy day. The way I've got these set up, we'll have to do... Okay, there's our naphtha. And... plastic. Yay, plastic. We're now knocking out a fair bit of plastic. This plastic's gonna come down to wherever that other plastic was. I think we got this whole thing. Got that one figured out, roughly. Traveling right along the steel right now. And... I don't think that this is going to just, like, replace the plastic production. I think we need to... I think we need to have both. And it's just going to depend on whichever one we have fluids on. Later on, someday I'll be able to maybe make this thing smarter. So that we'll, like, it'll make, depending on which one we have an abundance of. But for now, let's just have that one take priority over this one. I can go get all the propane, bring that down, we can make more. The sulfuric acid supply is something I should probably check in on. Looks good, okay. Batteries, it's been making some, we should make some more accumulators. Now that I actually have enough plastic coming in that I think I might be seeing some stuff get made, we should make the thing that's going to automate the production of accumulators, which can happen wherever we have batteries, and ideally also near the solar, so that things like that don't happen. I'm going to bring up a new feed and we're going to make them nearby. One big unit. You're going to make the high capacity accumulators. Which is just iron and batteries. Okay, so that will become that thing. I just need to get the batteries and the steel up here. Batteries were this line coming down to here. And I need to blend it in on that part there. So how about we use this here. So we can go long underground belt underneath all that. Okay, so that'll make batteries. That'll make high-capacity accumulators. They're only going to make a small amount as needed. And battery production should go pretty good now that there's actual plastic. And science should actually happen now that, again, there's actual plastic. That is red. Am I actually not inside a logistic zone here? See, that's what that mod is good for. Look at that, yeah. So those chests are not actually part of anything. Not that we... Well, I mean, I do need those eventually. I am liking batteries. Shock horror. So titanium, that's something I could do. Let's get one more roboport for now. Extend this thing down to here. It's actually outside the base already. We'll go down. It's not going to be perfectly spaced or whatever, but it'll extend the range and still be within borders of the base. So now we got a nice little construction area around those things. I do want to increase the size of this whole thing. More batteries. high-capacity accumulators are going to be made automatically, so I should put down some more blueprints to just kind of get them laid out. The raw gas, crude oil. Raw gas. Why do I feel like I should have been using raw gas by now? Of course I have no fuel. Great. Probably because I recently picked up or put down a car or something. Ended up consuming all that fuel. I mean, there's barely any fuel out there in the first place because I have been using solar mostly lately, so I haven't really worried too much about the fuel supply. Go ahead and cook that. You require iron plate. You're getting really low on iron plate. Okay, actually, could we do... I think I could do that, but there's really no point. It's not going to overload the belt as is. So we already have some of that placed down. Placed down a few more of these, but these don't have the actual... Okay, solar... This needs to get updated. We were doing 1, 3 with lights. Save. And on the delete button is how you update them. Alright, so put those down, and then the accumulator probably needs to get updated as well. Do that, and then I'll just put these back down to connect the power lines. And then... hopefully, as they start to get the plastic that they need, worker robot speed's coming up, and we will end up seeing that stuff get made. I'm guessing that the polyethylene's not going to last too much longer. Supply of naphtha is going to dwindle fairly quickly. Again, I kind of feel like the more of the fluids I can get wired up, the better. Is that all the wire? Wow, we used all my wire. I'll admit I'm quite surprised. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a break here. Next episode I will... You know what? This would look a lot better to me if it just went straight south. We're gonna work on... something. Maybe go back to refining. I don't know. I'm going to look around a little bit, see if I can figure out the next Angel's petrochem hurdle that we're gonna face, but I think at this point we are in a position where we can actually have the science, the green science, blue science, and military science all happen. So yeah. I'll take a break here then, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Thanks for watching as always. See you in a bit.